All right, breaking update there. We are showing you visuals for protests by the Tibetans in New Delhi. These are anti-China protests that are taking place in the national capital just ahead of the G20 Summit. And 1 day to go before the G20 Summit, and anti-China protests are taking place in the national capital. As you can see, slogans being raised against China there. Live visuals on your television screens of anti-China protests in the national capital just ahead of the G20 Summit.
Well, certainly, now I am standing at Majnu Ka Tila, and in fact, I will ask my cameraman to show you how this whole area has been barricaded here. You can clearly see the entire Majnu Ka Tila, if we talk about, has been barricaded, and inside I am showing you the dramatic visuals where you can clearly see all these Tibetans that have been protesting. You can see them, present here in huge number, and in fact holding posters and banners against China. Now they are also raising slogans for India and Tibet friendship. Now I am being joined with one of the Tibetan protesters here. Sir, today you are holding this protest. What are your demands?
So this protest is organized by Tibetan Youth Congress. So we are raising our slogans against the Chinese participation in this G20 meeting. So this protest is not against the India hosting G20. We feel honored and proud that India is hosting this prestigious G20 meeting in New Delhi. But we want to raise the voice against the Chinese Communist government. China illegally occupied our nation. They betrayed us. The current situation inside Tibet is very critical. So this is why we are here to protest.
Now the entire, if we talk about the Majnu Ka Tila, has been barricaded. What reasons has been given to you?
So this is the security. This is deployed by the Delhi police for the protection for the G20 summit. So we'll follow the rules and regulations, especially which is imposed by the Delhi police. We're going to raise the slogans here. After this, we peacefully march towards the main bridge. So through this protest campaign, we want to also deliver the message that the China's diplomatic assurance is never to be trusted. China is not a trustworthy country. This is our message. Meanwhile, we also want to urge and request Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and other global leaders to discuss Sino-Tibet issue in this upcoming G20 meeting.
So Ashna, as you clearly heard, what the protesters here have to say. Now they are saying, that they are today protesting against the Chinese participation here in the G20 summit. And at the same time, they urge the Prime Minister as well as the global leaders to discuss their issue in this summit. Not just that, in fact, let me also tell you that they plan to, in fact, march towards the very end of this barricade here. And then, they are, in fact, going to, they are saying that they are going to also hold a press release so that their voice gets to the top. Over to you.